You keep looking at the clock, at the calendar, at the mirror. You measure where you are against where you thought you'd be, and a quiet panic forms beneath your ribs. Maybe I took too long. Maybe I missed my moment. Maybe I'm not cut out for the kind of life I saw in that vision. It felt so close before. Why does it feel so far now? But listen closely now, because something deeper is happening here. You are not behind. You are building power. Yes, you are. That pressure in your chest, that restless comparison that creeps in when you see others moving faster, farther, seemingly ahead, it isn't your truth. It's static. It's noise from a timeline that isn't yours. You were never meant to follow a linear path. Your path is quantum, curved, non-logical, governed not by effort, but by energy, not by speed, but by alignment. And alignment takes what the world calls delay. What feels like waiting is not the stagnation of life. It's refinement at its best. You're not paused. You're being prepared for something bigger. The quiet space you're in right now is not a void. It's a womb. Your life is gestating behind the scenes, and just because you can't yet see the shape of what's forming doesn't mean it isn't already real. The truth is, your next chapter has already been written. The creative field has already answered your call. The version of your life you're calling in is not pending. It's placed. It's being woven into physicality through your vibration, your willingness, your nervous system's capacity to receive instead of chase. And yes, it can feel slow and sometimes stuck. It can feel like nothing is happening. But energy always builds before it breaks. The wave gathers its force in deep, unseen waters before it crests into visibility. The universe is not ignoring you. It's synchronizing with you in co-creating your reality. And if it's quiet right now, that just means you are in the deepest part of the recalibration. You are becoming resonant with what you asked for, not in theory, but in frequency. So breathe. This season isn't punishment, it's precision. You've been shedding identities that couldn't hold the weight of your next reality. You've been untangling from timelines born out of urgency and proving. You've been reattuning your field, and that is sacred work. That is what collapses time. Because manifestation isn't about doing more, it's about doing less from misalignment. It's about stopping the chase so the thing can finally catch up with you. It's about no longer trying to bend yourself to fit an outcome, but becoming the vibrational version of yourself that the outcome belongs to naturally. Creation is already complete. What you desire isn't something you have to chase or earn. It already exists in the field. Your only role is to enter the state where it feels real. Not someday, not out there, but here, now, as a felt inner reality. And that's exactly what this moment is preparing you for. You're learning to hold the frequency of your fulfilled desire before it shows up. That's the test, not of worthiness, but of embodiment. Because when the external no longer determines your internal, you become magnetic. You move from force into field. You stop reacting to time and begin collapsing it. But this is the part that most people give up at. The part where there's no proof yet. The part where the old no longer fits, and the new hasn't quite arrived. The hallway, the void, the in-between between the veils. And yet, this is where your power builds the fastest. Because this is where you learn to lead with energy instead of evidence. You are not behind. You are becoming clear, and clarity always precedes the breakthrough. Let go of the idea that everyone else is ahead of you. Let go of the belief that it's too late in life. That's old, stale programming. A narrative that came from a culture obsessed with performance and pace. But your life is not a race. It's a divine unfolding, a sacred blooming on a timeline that exists outside of time. What if your delay is not a block, but a buffer meant to protect the exact resonance you're growing into? What if your stillness is not resistance, but ripening? What if you are not being tested, but trusted, with a dream too high in frequency to arrive through the old way of striving? You don't need to push harder. You don't need to question whether it's still coming. You need to steady your field so that it can hold your manifestation. You need to hold the knowing. You need to live from the energy of already, not just in thought, but in body, in breath, in presence. Feel it, right now. Notice the way your shoulders soften when you release the pressure to perform. Notice the way your breath deepens when you drop the belief that you're running out of time. Feel the difference between forcing and allowing, between forced hoping and knowing. This is your power returning. Because power isn't loud, it doesn't rush, it doesn't panic. Power waits, power trusts, power aligns. And when it finally moves, it moves everything loud and clear. Your desire has not disappeared. It's simply waiting for you to stop doubting it. It's waiting for your nervous system to say yes. Not from desperation, but from wholeness, from the place where you don't need the thing to feel fulfilled, because you already are. From the place where you've remembered that fulfillment is not a result, it's a frequency. You are not here to chase results. You are here to embody the reality that magnetizes them. This shift you're in is not about adding more. It's about subtracting what's not true. And what's not true is the idea that you're late, that you're falling behind, that you're not doing enough, that you missed it. You can't miss what was written for your frequency. The moment you stop doubting and start stabilizing, the moment you stop rushing and start resonating, it all begins to move in your favor. You're not here to chase what's already yours. So let the silence stretch. Let the timing be mysterious. Let the stillness speak. Because this is where your future is being anchored. In the space between your old self and the new one. In the breath between what you asked for and what you became. Let this moment rewire you. Not with answers, but with awareness. Choose surrender over certainty with trust. You are not late. You are right on frequency. And when it lands, when the external finally catches up with what your energy has long held, it will not be gradual. It will be instant, obvious, undeniable, because life doesn't unfold in straight lines. It takes quantum leaps. So come home to that knowing. Come back to the breath. Come back to the now. It's not empty. It's electric. You are not being delayed. You are being prepared to receive with ease what used to cost you everything to chase. It's not too late. You didn't miss it. You're right on time.